So I made my boyfriend wait 9 months in order to give him the green light to become my boyfriend. And a lot of my friends are just like, how did he do that? How'd you get him to wait? Like what? And they like can't comprehend it because they feel like guys, will lose interest or whatnot. So I'm going to share the story of how I did that. I'm gonna be honest, the biggest thing I see that a lot of girls do, and I'm not blaming them, I used to be this way, is like when you're dating someone, people tend to want to like rush or do what the guy wants just because they're like really excited about the relationship and they want it to go well. And the one thing that I really always do and I stand by is I take a guy off a pedestal. I don't care if I'm obsessed with you. I don't care if I like you so much. I am not placing you on a pedestal higher than myself. I put myself on the pedestal. This might sound conceited, but there's truly no guy that is better than myself, and you need to prove to me why you deserve to be in my life. For me personally, I don't take dating lightly. I've only had one boyfriend before him. So when I'm dating a guy, I'm really thinking a lot about, is this someone that can check off certain boxes or treat me the way that I know I deserve to be treated? And my standard is quite high. Can we just look at how pretty this is for a second? All too often I see like when someone starts to really like someone, they almost try to like change elements of themselves or act a certain way or act perfect in order to kind of like get that person to feel the same way about them. And for me, I'm just extremely unapologetically myself. I'm never going to change myself for someone. I'm going to speak my mind and be myself. Otherwise, I know that, the relationship might work for a few months, but it's not going to work long term because they're not really falling in love with you. They're falling in with a version of you that you won't be able to sustain. My mom always said that your self-respect has to be higher than anyone's approval or anything at the end of the day. I also wholeheartedly believe in the saying, if it's meant for you, there's nothing you can do to stop it. So that's why I don't filter myself. I don't think too much about what I want to say. I just say it because if it is meant for you, if you and that person are meant to be together, some way, somehow, it's gonna happen. I need to go do my hair and get dressed, but the moral of the story is that never put someone on a pedestal. Really always be yourself, because the right person for you is not going to freak out if you say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. There is no such thing as wrong thing. The true right person for you in your life, you can be completely yourself around, and there's no reason to force anything.
Wait a minute. Did she just say there is no such thing as the wrong thing? I mean, these are the words that would only come from a modern woman. There's no such thing as right or wrong. And I've heard other modern women say that about certain things, and I'm just like, okay, so murdering people, that's not wrong? Are you saying, like, stealing, is that not wrong? Using people, is that not wrong? I mean, no, there is right and wrong, right? It's called morality. So if you're doing something wrong in the relationship, you should be called out for it, right? If you're with your chick and she's doing things that are not cool, then it's your job as the man to call her out on it. And as a matter of fact, if you don't call her out on it, she will get turned off by that, right? She will get turned off by that. And so, and I've often mentioned, like, this is why my relationship from 2006 started to crumble, is because, I was in this blue pill phase where, and this was the only time I allowed myself to do this. I was just trying something different, where I was like, okay, I'm just going to let this go. I'm going to let this slide. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to ruin the weekend. I'm just going to let it slide. Too many of those, right? Then the woman starts to lose respect for you. Like, oh, I got away with this bad behavior. I'm going to try this. Ooh, I got away with that. Now I'm going to do this. No, you can't. You have to put your foot down. So from that moment on, I went back to putting my foot down, and, haven't been dumped since, right? But it is your job to call her out if she is doing something that is wrong, right? Don't listen to this broad who's like, oh, there's no right or wrong, doesn't exist. Absolutely it does, okay? It's called morality, right? It does exist. So, and the fact that she made her boyfriend wait, 9 months or something? Are you kidding me? I mean, either this guy is a complete dumbass and doesn't have any self-respect, right, to wait 9 months for this chick, or he's banging all these chicks on the side. Who knows, right? And she's just a side chick, and she doesn't realize that, because she seems really full of herself here. She seems really full, like very arrogantly talking about how girls do this. It worked for me. I've got this guy wrapped around my fingers, and it's like, man, where is the humbleness, man? Where is the humility here with these girls? I just don't see it, especially with these modern women. It's just like this constant, self-congratulatory self-congratulatory behavior. I don't know why my mouth's not working today. Self-congratulatory behavior. If that's even coming out right. But anyway, next clip.
Patriarchy keeps women safe. From what exactly? Dinosaurs? Aliens? Radioactive rats? You know, it's almost like the patriarchy created an unsafe world by producing violent and aggressive men, and then came up with a half-assed solution in the form of gender roles which assume men to be our protectors. But even its solution doesn't work because women have no way of knowing which men are which. Wow, genius.
So here we have another ungrateful feminist talks about, how are you keeping us safe exactly, huh? Yeah, dinosaurs, aliens, and just has to be condescending like that. While she films in her comfy home with air conditioning, indoor plumbing, right? I mean, not to mention the fact that you won't find any women working on these oil rigs or farming or doing any agriculture or anything like that, or doing any delivery of our food. I mean, we really do keep the world running. Are there more women working in these jobs, in these professions? To a certain degree, a little bit, right? Not a whole lot to make that much of an impact. Like if all guys were to disappear today, women of the world would be screwed, right? They wouldn't be able to operate this world based on what we leave. It would last probably maybe a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, if that, and they would begin to starve to death, right? The food would start to rot, the animals would start to die, right? And slowly the world would end and civilization would become extinct, right? That's just what would happen. Whereas for men, if all the women disappeared today, I mean, I believe the society would be in more order, right? Would we slowly die off because there's no women to procreate with? Yeah, we would, but we would last a whole lot longer than a few weeks to a couple of months, right? The world would keep turning for us, right? And I would imagine that somebody would probably create the ability to just produce more humans, right? Whether it be through cloning or something crazy like that, or manufacturing an embryo. I mean, that could be fertilized. I mean, something along those lines where we could keep humanity running. But as for women, no, they would be screwed. If guys left the planet today, they would be screwed. I mean, not only just the food and the environment and everything like that going to crap, but other nations could easily, I mean, assuming that other nations are, they keep their men, I mean, they would invade by midnight, right? And take all the women and rape all the women, right? You would all have a bunch of child brides over in other countries, right? If there weren't men to protect you over here. But as I always tell you guys, as much as these women love feminism and love to preach how they're feminists and how proud they are of being a feminist, I guarantee if they are on the Titanic right now or on a plane that is headed for the ocean, believe me, there are no feminists, right? All those feminists would suddenly disappear and be like, save us, save us, save us. Next step.
Welcome to Dating in 2023, where I, Amy, tell you what men want. Now try to keep up because it's very confusing. After you match with a man, you have to only talk to him. No other matches. But you can't let him know this because then he will think that you are too into him and trying to move too fast. But also don't play games. But don't be too easy. They want a woman with a high sex drive who's good in bed. But that has not been with very many men. You must look effortlessly beautiful. But put a lot of effort into that. You need to have a life of your own. But be available anytime they ask. They want a woman in her feminine energy, but they will chase them when they pull back. They do not want to have to compete with any other man for you. But they do want to be with the woman that everyone else wants, who is submissive, who isn't needy, but is at their beck and call.
Yeah, she's pretty much right, except she forgot the fact that we also don't want women who've slept around with hundreds of different men from the dating apps. All right, very important, but she missed that one. As well as some other ones that I won't touch upon, but I think that's pretty much mostly right. in that sense. So not bad for from a woman's perspective. But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you would like to share, please drop them in the comments below, and I will see you there in my comments. All right, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here with the Lamborghini. Yes, it's my Lambo. Go to Matt Cross Official, my IG, see the entire process of me purchasing this vehicle. It took about 2 months to close, and the same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered my Lamborghini. TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you ever need to transport a muscle car, exotic car, he's your man. So very excited about this vehicle. It's actually a pretty rare find. It's Rossifesto Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option, believe it or not. I was on a hunt for one for over 2 years, just like I was my DeLorean. Finally found one. It's got super low miles, 11K, not bad. And we're gonna be featuring this car a lot more here on the channel for many years to come. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. It hasn't dried yet, but I'm still putting this on there. It's my IG tag. But as always, gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button below. Do it for the Lamborghini and the DeLorean. I still have it, by the way. I'm not selling the DeLorean. I'll probably keep this car for a little bit, but DeLorean is gonna stay. So we'll get the DeLorean back on here pretty soon. But enjoy the Lamborghini. And again, smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there into the world and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. And I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me in Mastery. So take advantage of it. It's the best way to support my work. If you love what I'm doing here, if you love what I'm teaching you here, and you feel like I've added value to your life, this is the best way to pay me back. Get into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out with the Lambo. Till next time. Whew, so sweet.